Welcome everybody. You're watching the Day Trading Options Daily Review for September 17th, 2015. I'm Scott. He's Alan. In the description below, we've got links to our courses. Take the courses. Find out about how stock options can help you become financially free by making 10% in 10 minutes. And we tell you you can do that pretty much every day. And by the way, in the bottom right-hand corner is a little button. Click on that, subscribe, so you don't miss any of our exciting episodes. But there are certain days we've told you, we've warned you, we've said these are days when you just sit back on the beach, dig your feet and your little toes into the sand, lift the salt water, lap up, drink your Mai Tai or lemonade, enjoy the sun and watch the show. And that was today.
Yeah, actually, one of the most experienced traders I know lost money on this day. And I tell you what I did on this day, because I'm currently in a time zone that it's kind of early to get up. Not brutal, but just a little bit tough. I didn't bother to get up because this day is FOMC Day, which means the Federal Reserve Chairman, Janet Yellen, will make announcements about interest. This is a market mover activity. When she talks, you know the market's going to move, and we talked about this before. So in the morning, I don't trade because what? I've got red, green, green, red, green, green, red, green, green, and you know, they've got these pretty tall bars.
Yeah, nothing's happening, eh?
This is the basket, but what I am getting is that's like the noise of the lawnmower next door because the guy's cutting the grass at too early in the morning. I don't want to hear that. Close the window. So I deliberately stayed in bed. And but it tells you here, very low volume morning, cautious conservative trading. I knew this, and it's easy. Whenever there's 8 of these a year, and they'll actually post that for you. And there's a few places you can get those dates. Barron's, for example, is one. It tells you right in the software that you can go click on something, and it's let me just make it big for you. It's right here. You click on this business, and that takes you to a link immediately with your browser, and it'll tell you that, yeah, it's one of those kinds of days coming up. You know, you might not want to trade. So anyways, I didn't. And one fellow who's an experienced trader decided he was going to go for it, and he lost a bit of money. Now, for him, he's had 3 weeks in a row of success. That's just kind of the way it is, normal for him. And so he had a small loss. That's great. So he tried to, you know, master his hand here. This was not the place, and that's why we're doing this one today. This was not the place to make your money. And this is the first half of the day. So we're showing, and I'm going to go show you now the end of the day so you get an idea of how the day behaved later. Look at that. Now I'm going to get rid of the color just so you can see the size of the bars here.
Wow, pretty wild.
Pretty wild, yeah. And so there is a strategy to trade this.
Are you sure this isn't the Chilean earthquake?
It's pretty close, yeah. And my rules are pretty simple, and I've told people before, I'm not keeping it a secret, because with the replay tool, you can figure it out on your own as well. She's talking from at 2 o'clock, right? So that's here. The market generally doesn't have its mind made up for the first 10 minutes. And these are 5-minute per bar or candle. So guess what I do? I do not trade here. I do not trade here, because where's the big juicy move? Here. And there's often, and that's the beauty of replay, one of these as well. So it's pretty simple. And I actually had to get my car fixed because occasionally I drive places and do things, and I really enjoy my car. And so I thought in the morning I went and got the car fixed. And just these are good habits to make sure I don't trade. It's not that I'm addicted. It's just, hey, I'm not going to be trading anyway, so may as well go do something useful. I actually did trade Netflix, and I got my 10% in 3 minutes. And so I'm going to show you the Netflix chart. There's the Netflix chart. So any guesses where I got in and got out? It's easy. Anywhere after, because this is not the basket, this is the stock. Well,
Right.
they're all doing
It
pretty
looks
much
like
this.
the same as the basket.
Yeah, it's like it's so easy. So anywhere in here, other than this bit here, you would have made your 10% in about 3 minutes. And you know, how did you know to get out? Well, there's lots of clues for all that kind of stuff. So
Those are our rules that we teach.
yeah, it's like it's so easy. Well, you got volume that's dying off. This is the volume genius. So it does some smart thinking for you. You've got multiple red candles in a row. I'm sure the signal system would have told you to get out. How about profit would have told you to get out? So I'm going to turn on some rules here. Oh, I don't know. There's no green here anymore. The green's gone away. If you did start down here, you know, after the 10 minutes, you're deep in profit. You could have sold half anywhere in here, but you know, it's so easy just to, on these kinds of trading days, to trade after 2 o'clock. So here's your K-band color finally comes in. But, and yeah, this says red because it's at that end of the day. But if we go to this moment, you can see that still, you know, green is still there. But if I bring up the, you can see it was super strong right here, but it's not as strong anymore. And, you know, the histogram that we talk about in the, this is just filling in right here. These are all, look at that, strong green bars. We did one episode on this recently. So I'm just going to move forward a little bit and, you know, strong green bars. But right here, and we talked about that in a recent episode, there's so many good tools here. When you're starting to get a counter color here, it's probably over. And if I back up a minute or two until we get to that point, oops, bring that back. Okay, here we go. Is this the top of the move? Well, I've got a loss of the K-band tint, skinny red candle, second red candle. Let's just see how that candle finishes out. Well, I still have more red and more red. And then finally the candle finishes red. Well, you know, it might keep going. Yeah, that's fine. But you know, what's the pain of selling half here and taking some profit and going? Nothing. It works so well. I was teaching this principle at a university a few years ago to a group of investors. And there's one fellow, and he, as soon as he heard to sell half when you got some nice profit and let the rest ride, he got up and walked out because that was what he needed. That's the only thing he needed to change his success patterns. And never saw him again. And you know, but he got it. He just like, yep, that's what I need, and boom, out the door. So anyways, thanks for watching. That might be the only thing you ever need. That one principle has helped lots of people. And we get lots of good compliments on the courses because there's not just one, but lots of compliments we get from all the great tips that are in the training courses. The most recent fellow.
Give people an idea. Can we go back a little bit and then around 2:15 buy a call, run it up to the top just to see what that run would look like?
Sure.
One thing to sort of see it, but it's another thing to say, okay, this is.
Yeah, so there's 2:15.
So we'll buy a call.
So yeah, we're going to hit the call button. And you know, these prices are pretty good indications in the replay. When you get down to actual trading, you'll find that there are differences in percentages depending on the day of the week and how far in the money you're buying and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, this is not, it was actually much better percentages than you're seeing here, which is a good thing. Because, you know, if you're making less, you go, well, you said I'd make all this money and I didn't. So, well, whatever. You're still making money. So here it says 19%. Yeah. But I know for a fact, and that's why I'm mentioning this, in this little space here, I made 10% and it took me 3 minutes. Right. So this is conservative.
Yeah. Well, that's what we want. We don't want to be disappointed. We want to go, oh, there's a little more money here than I thought. Yeah. And so depending on the day and the stock and the volatility, and we don't like to confuse people. The point is it's a graduated process. And so if you figure out
the trades, which, we help you figure that out. And what indicators you like, and you use them and you're proving yourself successful. That's step one. Step two is, okay, well, how do I get that done in the order, place the order with the broker, and, all those little details, they're a little bit like, whoa, but you already know that you can trade successfully most of the time. What's the problem? It's now time to go, okay, hey, this is how I cash the money in. Great.
That's right. Cool. So sell.
Yep. And there you go, 19%. And it took, I know it was more than that, but anyways,
45 minutes.
45 minutes roughly.
Yeah, riding that wave. Wonderful. Thank you, Alan. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. This is the Day Trading Options Daily Review for September 17th. It was one of those days when we really don't recommend you get in unless you are pretty much an expert trader, because this thing will swing all sorts of different ways. Basically, it's like an earthquake occurring in a very short period of time. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any. We're here to show you can make 10% in 10 minutes. In this case, it was 20% in 45 minutes. And make sure you check out our courses, because we show you everything, how you do that in all the courses, and we give you the software for a month for free so you can see for yourself just how powerful it is. You can check out any day going back, I don't know, going back 6 months, Alan?
6 years.
6 years of data you'll be able to play around with. So you'll be an expert trader in no time. So thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.